Good morning. Welcome to my screencast. My name is Hedley. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use Adobe Photoshop. So let's go straight up and click File and New to create a new document. This is where you can change some initial settings regarding the document. You can change things like resolution and the size. Today I'm going to just choose a template size. I'm going to go into international paper and I'm going to choose A4 from the list of different paper sizes. So select that, press OK. Here we're presented with an A4 sized piece of paper. Just to explain the layout initially, on the left here you have your tools. Top right there are some colors you can choose from, and on the bottom right here this is where your layers are. I'm just going to move this over a second just to show you something about the layers. So here I can you can see the first layer is actually locked. So what I want to do is just unlock that. So I'm going to double click on the layer and just press OK, and this frees up the layer now. To create a new layer you can press this button down here. Each time you press this button it creates a new layer on top of the last layer. Okay. If I want to delete those layers, what I can do is grab the layer and pull it down to the little bin there, or I can select the layer and just press on the bin and then click yes to delete the layer. To rename a layer, double click on the name of the layer and you'll see the name will become highlighted, and you can just change the name. Okay. So what we want to do is, let's go up here, let me move that over for you. What we're going to do today is just create a basic poster. I'm going to create a poster about AFC Bournemouth, which is my favourite football team. So let's go into the web browser. I've already got some pictures here that I'm just going to pull off the internet. So we'll start with the badge. So if we right click on the badge, copy, let's go back to Photoshop, right click anywhere on the document on the new layer. No, you don't do that, sorry. Hotkeys, Control V. Okay, we're going to paste that on there, Control V. Make sure you have the move tool selected up here, which is the one with the little arrow. And now we can freely move the picture around. To resize the image, what you can do is hold Control T, and that will bring up your transform tool. What you can do is grab one of the corners and change the size. If you're worried about skewing the image so that it becomes disproportioned, what you can do, I'm just going to undo, what you can do is hold shift. If you hold shift before you click on the transform box, you can actually keep the image proportioned. So what I'm going to do is probably just make it a little bit smaller. Let's just move that over here. When I'm done, double click anywhere inside the picture. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the other pictures off. So I've got a shirt here. If we right click, copy, come back in, Control V, there we go. As I paste this in, you can see that it is put on a new layer there. Let me just change the background color of this layer. Okay, so we're going to use the paint fill. Just going to make the background red, because black. Sorry. I just want to show you when we pulled these images off, there is some white around the edges of the image. So I want to delete that. So what I'm going to do is select the layer. Here it is here. I'm going to use the magic wand tool, which is this little magic wand up here. Click on that. Click anywhere on the white space, and then I'm going to press delete. As you can see, this is now still highlighted, and if I go to the move tool and move it around, it is still highlighted. So you want to use a hotkey to deselect that. To deselect that, hold Control and then D, and it will de-highlight the picture for you. So we're going to do the same again with the badge. Make sure you've got the layer selected. Okay. Magic Wand tool, select, delete, and then Control D, deselect. Okay, so the next picture I want to pull off is a picture of the manager. So copy image, and then Control D. Again, pasting a new picture onto the canvas will create a new layer. What I want to do is, though, I want to sort of cut out his head. So I'm going to Control plus and just zoom in a little bit. Control plus again, zoom in. And then we're going to use the lasso tool. Now there's a few different types you can use. This one here, the polygonal lasso tool, you can actually use to cut out sections of a picture. So let me just zoom in again. Okay. Okay, so let's use this and just quickly chop around his head. I'm going to take some of the shoulders as well. Okay, I'm just going to do this kind of rough just to show you. Okay. You can feel the perfectionist in me coming out. I'm trying to do this quickly but neatly. There we go. Okay. Finished. And of course at the end you're going to want to join this up, so I'll bring that across there and just join that up. Okay, so now we have his head selected. This is the part that I want. I do not want the other section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to select, and then I'm going to click inverse. And what this does is this flips around the selection, so now that everything else actually around him is selected. Then I'm just going to press delete. Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. So I'm going to Control D select, and then Control T, hold Shift, make him a bit larger, double click. Okay, there he is. Just to move, make sure you have the move tool selected. I'm just going to move him down to the bottom there. Go on. Okay. If you do want to be a bit more precise with moving something around, make sure you have the move tool selected, and what you can do is you can just move using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So I'm just going to pull him down so he's flush with the bottom there. Okay, I want him to sort of stare up at the badge, so I'm going to move the badge just sort of in line with his sight there. And then, let's see, maybe we'll just have the shirt, maybe we'll make the shirt a bit bigger. Stick that there, maybe. Okay, I'm going to add some text, so click the text tool, which is the little T down here. Click and drag to choose the area where you want to write text. I'm going to write the name of the football team. At the moment the background is black, so I want to change that to white. I can quickly just switch between black and white down here by clicking this arrow. So now white is selected. So here we go, AFC Bournemouth. Okay. Highlight the font. You can change all the settings up here. Don't have much time to make this video, so I'm just going to choose something. The first one I see, really. There you go. Okay, cool. If you want to add effects to the images, let's move that up there. What you can do is you can double click on the layer. For example, if I want to change the way the shirt looks, and And then here you have a whole range of effects. You can use a drop shadow, which you won't be able to see at the moment because the background is black. But you can put things like where's the inner glow? Okay, so we can make that look a bit jazzier. There we go, something like that. Okay. I think we'll do the same for the badge maybe as well. Double click on the layer. Inner glow. There we go. It's kept the same settings. Just going to move this badge over a little bit. Okay, I want to set a gradient as the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here and select the background. If you hold the paint bucket tool, you'll see a gradient tool here. So you can select that. And now when I draw a line on the page, it will create a gradient. You can select what type of gradient up here. I'm just going to keep within these two colors. But I want to have red in there, so I'm going to double click and just choose red. Okay. Okay, so then what you want to do is just click anywhere and drag in one direction. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks good. I'm just going to add a little bit of. I'm going to add a shadow to the title. Let's see. So I can scroll back up to the text layer. I forgot to mention, just by adding a text, that will create a new layer, just like it does with pulling pictures off of the internet and copying them on. Text layer, double click on the text layer, and then you can add effects to the text. I'm just going to add a shadow, drop shadow here. As you can see, it's just applied a little shadow under the text there. And again, we can change the settings here. Oops, make sure I have shadow selected. You can change the settings here. You can change the angle of the shadow. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger so it looks a bit, there we go, a bit stronger. Click OK. Okay, that's all about time I've got to show you things today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching.